there will be no taxes on churches. It's a no-no. It's a no-no. It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. There has also been some in our relationship with the churches. We want to find a way to help, to get the churches to help us manage our schools. The church
capacity, a lot of experience, but there's a lot of indiscipline creeping up in our schools. A lot of indiscipline. But I believe, sir, Yannick churches no yetnas ne kaboma will find a good way for the churches to come and help us in the management of the schools. The fourth area, as far as this relationship between the church and the state, I'm referring to the golden age, I'm introduce you, is on the area of our values, especially relating to LGBTQ. We will not accept it. Our religion doesn't accept it. Our values don't accept it. We will not accept it. Not in Ghana here. We will stand firm no matter the consequences. We will take the consequences and we will defend our values. We'll defend our culture. We'll defend our religion. It's no, no, and no to LGBTQ matters. We will not agree. We will not agree. We will not agree. Yampene, Tukosaki, Bamu. So it is very, very important that we get that done. It's so important. There are many, many things, but I want us to focus also on jobs for the youth. Jobs for the youths. To make sure also that we can deal with Galamsey with very, very smart policy. That we can deal with Galamsey, involve the chiefs more, regulate the area, and make sure we can push all of the small-scale miners into defined areas of activity where we can regulate them. Sano, tourism, creative arts, sports. I want to train 1 million youth in digital skills. They can be school dropouts, but we can train them to be coders, to be software engineers. We will train 1 million youth, and they can work even from any village. They can be working in America. They can be working in Canada, and so on, as long as they have a laptop to work on. So we are going to bring the youth into the digital age. Me pese mugina mungu se obia kase uhwe vice president a omo aba Ghana unhu obia waye ejuma esen Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia enyasa ekire se vice president ejuma no mapasi enti mu be promote me ana mum promote me upasi a gise unya promotion. Me pese mu promote me na menkoye president ejumanom. Enyasa my passive vice president ejumano. I can't promotion no. Na mo promote me na makoye president ejumano because you see agrono beso a na efri ana petututu. Agrono mu ebe hu se me kotena ho a ebeso pa. Yeah, also, me can say, munim say, media, me the systems and fight corruption. But the me ba me fight corruption the pa our system no. Me the systems ba corruption for no mo be jane every for. Now, media mo mami man present mo a compelling vision for Ghana. So from day one, minimum ejuma. Right from the one. I know what to do. Minko honeymoon bia. Metna ho aye jumano amamunyina. Minko baby. Enko baby They are also saying, media, me pese, me be a president for 8 years. And yes, 8 years, nature say, me kwa 4 years. Nama.
It is possible. Amen. Praise the Lord. First time I'm sorry. And I saw for a share. Now me moderate meeting. Now make us a for one transit. Now so for one transit. If you say and you na yet to say, you did say you may be a man. It's yet to unity. We are person transit. I just say a person vice president.
That's why it's louder than this.
Yes, sir. And then we be a transit. Because say we may transit. You know transit. We be a person transit. Nyajidi say nyame beye. Majidi say mpanyimfo e pese ye promo too. Bon sab kese ma urade. Mesre bebre obi car number DV1371R 2024. Any GW 651122. The patron asset or buy a red car. No, I can't say the hospital into Mestre Bebre, Casimiri, Mestre said, Bomode, Nakwecho, or Kohena, Fanoko. Vice President and Crawford do pa ne ba yare nso de aba ne ba ne Dakar no enso wa habit you ya de urade ase baby aye dro no ye pese e bi ase bi wo ha okan ya ye doso ya kase ye mo bia kwan na wa bisa question na wa chirechire ne memu a ye bre no ebeko enti ye bese nipa be se enan abroso enum me hu se wo ma number 1 number 2 number 3 number 4 me pacho ye fa first 4 ye wi a ye beto aso enti number 1 aya bowdin ni asori awo enti etiem that's it
your friend me chaplain P.O. Mensa SDA
me pacho enye sakwara ne Dakar no ne ba ne yare ode ne ko hospital na sakasi na block no pacho that's the announcement the pacho wa wo car DV 1371R 2024 and GW 651122 pacho mestre say number 1 number 2 number 3 and number 4 no me mfrewa me pacho ya sofo me mfrewa transe ebedo buso te me sebebre nipa
Manifesto Committee, Mungo Transe. Now, how to deal with the problem of corruption behind the politicians. After the politicians, most of the time, they get in touch with the ordinary person who call form so bet me ya no dia e kwan ben and what digital method and wo be fa so e dia solve some problem no me sure say Swami MP and evangelist Botre anope ono so akabia che obet me afa so no man solve this kind of problem e concern pa timesra mo fa nkwa adwendene.
Number 2. Me pacho wonga wo hono me mfre obia me frɛ nipa 4 Obakuaha. Muamudi on the second batch. Yes.
From Reverend Oster. Na Mr. Ashofu Benifo Hanama Kasakakra. Matem Bisa and say, Sir Madaruma Benifo Muhaidi, Momwaye, near whom current economic crisis na ekoso at property amano ekoso yenhwe sempaibo se castle di betumi ayelo at a stop which ya wan de yehu de be ya fa ho without.
Third one. Number 3.
Widi Usuansa.
Sorry.
Sofo Usuansa.
Sorry.
Seventh-day Adventist Church. Me Mebun Kenny for an youth director. Free Ashanti Memu Kusi Stream. Betimi Amanandiswa Din Hunu Aba Swa. Yamiadom Jise Yetuaba. Jise ye born toa. The Dinensama walk actually no call ya Safwa who do muni ye fiem. Nanso me wo how be ye disprass enchantment. And they said, a Danwa Ghana for a Makwame a binom a Christopher binim titru. And Timmy Pa or one on Timmy Quatuaban. Say, you and a dear ya, ya. Now so a Dana a channel. Na me hwehwe se enka batwa no so nsem aya asudie dewura ye bo no so etachire masua aman bebre akwanya mfa so to aba ne yi akanifo oba USA for instance womayi ebra na edikan ewo November mu eye adwuma yoda entia minuanem nkramofo nyamesom entia kwasiada for de entia memeda de enti obia nya kwan koto aba enu nti na ka mesusu ba se omampanyin abedi akira wo ha se mu betimi de akwa adwendwin mu saa se bia adwoada ebranda wukuada yawoda because if you so be ha ye nuanum kremofo enti saa day sebi nyamsum kuo ahodo ene religious body no ebi entia wo bia no yemfa nhye saa na ye ne ayete ne nsam pai yentimi nya kwan enkoto aba
ye pamacho kasa no osoro dodo ye pamacho bebre ni die kwan so ye asofo mpanyifo ye pamacho bebre
Bacho your friend Reverend Ahmed Eje na Masemu say Straightway Chapel Ekoma Alaji Dr. Bawumia say nyame makwan osaye krimonia wodi nkan oba bedi oman enim first Muslim president na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia any say one sama obegina haka yenyina let me etosu one here the whole Africa say obeye number 1 na mpanyimfo se ahumi penti na abo aserewa wogene baagura na oyinani ato nchen o se kampa wo ye nyina no e kristofo a fana etachire no nyina yam se ei kremani be die so kremani be that factor no e wo ho na enkremofo wokuo bi a efremu OIC say Muslim president oko join bia and I say we ya enkwan a eta ho ye de bemma wo no wo ye nwaye na anu ya Gambia for first conference omuye auto 100 Land Cruisers baako bia 150,000 a day conference 100 Land Cruisers enkwa eta ho nyankwa akotoa edi mesrew seminia be ma ho se media from Ahmed e na so so de Bawumia ye nyina Ahmed memi osofo e na so so ye wi but the American say e de na betimi aka kire yen se nyame boawo nya de wo kwa sa o faye nko si baabia because obi eduru baabia na onya na nkofo na omudi agoro patroti ase ubenya na mfofoforo enti eden na obeka kire yen ami ehu se oh memfamu sensi form memfamu nkɔhye baabia na sɛde agoro ntisi no sane yɛde bɛkɔ awieye ma asɛm no.
Okay, Papa, mention Madam Wash. Within the Apostle Prince Kofi Kotego, Mifi House of Xavier Chapel International. I'm Jana, your Vice President, Ekasa, or can say, baby. But my question is, yeah, say, one more, Omotia Bontia. Omutimi can seven palm out to what? They see I'm to it. My yet confused totally on in some wakapa. A family. As one more, one thing, one more can summon come. I may say, who say, a kunyano ko transfer. A refuse you one. A found seminar, one more can. My seminar, but I must.
Hello. Mr. Bebrenia, or your microphone to enable me to modulate properly. But you're saying a bear intent of my mind. A numen of men casa home. Ya casa cacra, a sea janona, uiano. A yebebre, sir, a bear iti, Yedmia Bay Casavia, ye betty, and Sunday at the next patch.
Thank you. Pamachomidindi, Mrs. Bell was able to me, a country director for Adventist World Radio, and also the director in charge of communication, public affairs, and religious liberty for the Northern Ghana Union Conference of the Adventist Church, overseeing 9 regions. Thank you for giving me the platform. Me wa suggestion back and a question back. Suggestion is say, esan say yeah digitalize BBA and can suggest it. Yeah, creative platform be an asset portal be a mobile display QR code. So be what asembisa or scan a QR code which is made public online or scan here or bet me select a questions and answers portion. Now we're posting a question. You this say why questions, but yet me ma crime or be mbisa. Until when we have something like that, a simple QR code, anybody can post a question and the president to be at his convenience can also answer. I feel so encouraging an all-inclusive governance. So be a war, a trimophobia, and I dream be a person or share. Maybe you're interested in politics, but feel say based on the experience or can't be business a fair boy. The same QR code, no, he should be able to have the option say or best selected contribution portal no now or the contribution at all. I think we should also have constructive criticism. Say BB koso na enko ye ni senior o twasa no nim se ne chiachia. Na you know we chine hu say ade we the enko ye. The person should be allowed to also go and post. Then finally, so no, if you can identify your deliverables from your strategic goals, and then also have a portal, Uber listing all the deliverables. Then as and when you achieve, you come and post. Now, Koye say, Emerson say, politics campaign time as well. I feel na ye rush. You can't absorb all. But at any point, I should be able to enter and then. Maybe a suggestion. Last one, your question. Please allow me. Me penny or bar, my friend. My question is say, last campaign before elections, yes, sample and more from of Rabbi views were village. Maybe I say NPP. Then our more say free SHS. Yes, some besides say na NDC swear almost ide bi keke. Now, yet to me, who say NPP had message. Ebema nimpa begina so aka say free SHS no abaso and amaso. Into looking at your strategic focus, aside the digitalization, bank interoperability, the elite will understand. To the ordinary Ghanaian, no, a day and a year women a year say, ye can't collaborate me, I can't no, I bet me a hold you responsible to. Thank you.
Me pacho, ya da yemi abanase. Mesre, on kasa no kan se won besan ababio. Ebrin so ko. According to them no, another meeting to say ye ubiji 2 hours no. Yen so ye je ebre no. Ebre fufro on te mesre bebre. Esansa me share boss half wo beka senti. Meme nipa ba ko pe akasa. If me kan say nipa numpe ene kasa. Enti nipa ba ko o kasa wi a anso ya menye ntiatia wadawoma.
Yo medase na mada Vice President as o delivery no in fact atwasumu me nipa mitieti na minsi gina yentem na onsem a waka na nwumre eniema ba ku ni mienu ni miensa waye mamoma soridin me o Faith Baptist Church under the Ghana Baptist Convention me wo honorable Osedutum mpesu yaso Abidjan kwanta amina me yeso fani ena me hwe nsori a ewo eponi mu nyina so enti me pese me busa se ensem a wakan nyina ensem foforo ebi ma poni mu da na niema ba ku ni mienu ni miensa waye ama Ghana ekwa nimu bebrebe a wakan nyina no kwan ben na obefa so a obeye eno nso aka medas
pacho pacho enu anu no pacho transe ye ya so futi e wabotre pacho transe wadawoma
Yo, medase quite a number of questions. Mefano one at a time. Said it. Ebae, Redi Kai Chaplain, Pio Mensa, Bisaye, on corruption behind the politicians. Quite be a quite ebe faso to deal with it. Media, I believe in systems. Systems na check corruption. Systems in New York said they're not ghost workers. It wasn't the politicians na omoji sasikeyu behind no. Okano. That is what you do. You was going on. So at the end na ekoso for many years. Different governments but still not ekoso. But yefa new system by you see yen linky Ghana card number to the employee, then goes names complete. The corruption there is over. Those behind no anyhow. The same way you digitalize DVLA. The same way the corruption also about form. Ports also is the same thing. So kakra and they are Americanos. For example, in passport, next year in you apply from home on your mobile phone. Now they will deliver it to you because omo data ningina. No need to pay a bribe. Now wakochi. Say your platform be a friend of Ghana.gov. Ghana.gov platform no. Yet all the public institutions, MMDAs, etoso. So far, we have 1,517 MMDAs. So far, we've been able to onboard 1,507. So we are only left with 10 to complete the process. 10. So we have 1,507. So if you want any service now, sa platform no so ghana.gov, you can apply for the service. You can also pay for those that are receiving payment. And therefore, in here say to bribe now we sa service no. So that we have 99% of MMDAs on it. So SaaS systems no no ebeboa. But there's a new system me pese me de ba your friend of blockchain. Sa blockchain no ebeboa yem pa because ebe check corruption. Because blockchain no na see anything would the system no to all of government. Me pese me de blockchain no to all of government. It means anything uchuro, you cannot go and change it in the system to say land registry say that we are going to digitalize that place, and you cannot go and remove somebody's name and put somebody's name. The whole system will be in a chain. Will be able to blockchain system no. And so far Dubai says they want to be the first country in the world to be a blockchain government. Mr. Say, I want Ghana to be the first country in Africa to be a blockchain government, so that we can see transparency across all of government. Transparency will corruption beba form. And I believe that we are going to do blockchain in Ghana. Now, the BBA Abba in a transparent fashion across government. So systems, digitalized systems, make systems transparent. Then corruption also ever down, as far as those behind the politicians are concerned and the politicians themselves. The issue current economic crisis is a major issue. Following COVID, following Russia-Ukraine war, most economies in the world, across the world, I don't know which country has been prevented, has been saved from that. Countries are suffering that. Ghana, so we suffered that, and things were really bad. But say we are picking up a bit. But there's still a lot to be done. But I believe, once we continue on the path that we are continuing, we can still do a lot more. But if without some of the social interventions, then there would have been a lot more suffering in Ghana. If you didn't have free senior high school education, people have to pay their children's school fees in these difficult times. It would have been difficult. During COVID, we gave electricity for free for a whole year for some of the electricity consumers. Same with water. The free TVET, so ABBA helping people. And so we have many interventions. The National Health Service is still functioning in many respects. So we are definitely trying to help this process, but I know it hasn't been easy for a lot, but we have to create jobs and we have to keep things going. So far we've created 2.1 million jobs in 7 years. That is major, the highest of any government since independence, but we have to do more. We have to create more jobs. That will be a big matter. The other one, Reverend Owusu-Ansah, as far as SDA is concerned, it's a big problem. The election, Saturday, almost they have an issue as far as voting on Saturday is concerned. So we are going to have to face this issue. We have to talk to the EC, but definitely I believe the next parliament, we have to try to pass something or reason with the EC so that we can have a date like they have in the US, say first Tuesday of the month of December. Then that solves the problem one time, so we don't run into these problems. I think we need to change it. But we say, give unto Caesar what is due to Caesar, and give unto God what is due to God. And voting a civic responsibility. And kamono me be ya adwin na mwakoto aba no na yenya ne ho mfaso ebe ye pa Reverend Aje so ekaye or say the issue of OIC which is Organization of Islamic Cooperation. I say Medigana, Bekwako, Remo, Ana, and all of that. We are a secular state, a religious state. So we have to. This country is at least maybe 80% Christian. Whichever way you pass, Parliament, I think is probably 90% plus. Judiciary, all the organs. You cannot come and run a religious government. You will fail. And yes, sir, you will not go anywhere. And where are you going to pass? To pass the law, you go to the parliamentarians, you take it to Supreme Court, and answer it. You won't get anywhere to pass in that sense. So we are running a secular state, and we are going to run a state which satisfies the will of our people. We are not going to go against the will of our people. That is what we are going to do. And that is then the other question is, will you forget all of this? I cannot forget many of the things I'm writing about. I wrote a book I'm talking about. I wrote a book in 2010. The book I wrote in 2010, the things I'm talking about are in there. These are things I believe in. And Usha, as vice president, I've been tested. Ejuma Mudia Sheminsa, Maye, I can point to 33 different policies I've initiated or championed as vice president that we have done. 33. Enti Mijidi say mo promote me na me be president esema Americano me di super because I am committed to all the things I'm saying. Then Mrs. Osebunsu Beka say, do we have a platform to display what is very interesting? Asema Oka it has been done. And I'll be launching what we call the Citizens App very, very, very soon. The Citizens App. Before the end of the year, the Citizens App will be launched. And it is a way of the government communicating with the citizens. So if you have a criticism to make or you have a report to make, say there's a pothole that has developed on this road and nothing is being done about it. How does the government hear from the citizen? So you have a portal. The citizen will go and make a report on this or that, or suggesting and all of that. So it is a major app which has all of government on it. Every office is on it. And so you have a launchino sometime this year. It's not long. The main work has actually been completed. So Nyamia Duma, in another couple of months, you have a launchy citizens app with the QR codes and everything to allow communication between government and the citizens, so that government can also communicate to the citizens that this is what we want to do, this is what we want you to know, and everybody will get the message. So the citizens app, Basso live before the end of the year. And in terms of the what government's achievements are, we have launched the performance tracker. The performance tracker has a comprehensive list of government achievements. And I think sometime this month, the updated performance tracker will be also released. And so there's a lot of work, so that matter will also come in. And then the issue of the message, as we know, we had a lot of discussion. I chaired the manifesto committee for 2016, and you know, we came out with free SHS and all of that, and that was after we put together the whole manifesto and sat down and looked at it all and decided that this is the theme we should run with. At the moment, we have different suggestions, but I'm going to wait till the manifesto committee chaired by Chairman Zabunsu finishes their work, and then we will sit down and look at the manifesto and select a theme that we want to put it out. So we will let everybody be a little patient, and we will come out with a theme. But it is not going to be 24-hour economy that we cannot explain. So we will have our theme that we will have. There are competing areas, but we'll look at it all and do. So the other thing is, how will you implement all the things you are talking about? You implement it with hard work, with honesty, with collaboration with all stakeholders to make sure we have a successful implementation. A lot of these are ideas that just require implementation. It doesn't really require so much money that you need to put in to do this. I believe that many of the new policies I'm suggesting, we can get the private sector to do it, some administrative changes and so on. And I don't see any problem. You see that we have done so much so far, and we can continue on that level to implement all the things that we want to implement. It is possible, and I want us to believe that it is possible. Mesdames, Messieurs, Yamishira Munyina.
Bajo Sabri.
You're still watching ABC News Ghana, and this is the coverage of the campaign tour of the flag bearer of the governing New Patriotic Party. Now, he just addressed the clergy, and that took place at the Makion Hotel in Asokwa. Later, he's going to meet with the imams at the Central Mosque in Asawasi, and he would also engage in a meet and greet. Don't forget, this is something that is key, as a key part of his campaign. Anytime he goes to a region, he ensures to take part in the meet and greet, you know, where he goes on foot to interact with the people, market women, taxi drivers, spare part dealers, yes, you name it. And then also, finally, he'll be meeting with the Ashanti Region professional bodies. And earlier on, I'd actually broken them down and mentioned to you that the regional bodies are actually made up, the professional bodies are actually made up of the various organizations, various key organizations, from the Coalition of Concerned Teachers to the Ghana Institute of Architects to the Ghana Institute of Surveyors, the Ghana Association of Society of Medical Physics, Nurses and Midwifery Association, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Ghana, and the Ghana Institute of Planning. Also the Teachers Association of Ghana, the Ghana National Association of Teachers, and the Ghana Journalists Association, the Ghana Medical Association, and the Ghana Bar Association. So these are the group of people that he would actually be interacting with later on. We'll definitely bring you coverage from that. You're still watching ABC News. We'll bring you live.